Welcome back to Peace Unplugged, the podcast dedicated to exploring the landscapes of our inner world and building a healthier future for all. I'm your host, Martin. Today, we're diving into a statistic that should give us all pause. 1 in 4 people will experience a mental health issue in their lifetime. That's not a fringe group. That's someone sitting next to you, a family member, a colleague, or even yourself. It's a statistic that underscores a silent epidemic, a global challenge that demands immediate attention. We often talk about physical health, diet, exercise, doctor's visits, and yes, we do that with ease. But when it comes to mental health, a stigma of silence still persists, creating images of crumbling Victorian secure units and men in white coats. It is still, in some areas, a subject for comedy, would you believe? We treat it as an anomaly, something that happens to others. The truth is, mental health challenges are incredibly common. The World Health Organization consistently highlights that depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide, and anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the US, affecting 40 million adults each year. These aren't just statistics. They represent lives impacted, potential unfulfilled. It's a collective burden that we often choose to ignore. Imagine a quarter of the world's population struggling with a physical illness, yet we barely speak of it. That's the reality of mental health today. Recognizing this is our first step towards empowerment. It is the main reason I am part of the Birchington Health and Wellbeing Group in my village. It is an initiative I believe can benefit any community worldwide. Setting up a similar sort of community in your own area, I would recommend. It means you are not alone. It means the experiences are part of the human condition. Just like physical ailments, this understanding dismantles the shame and opens the door for proactive management and support. If mental health issues are so common, how do we spot them? What are the red flags we should be looking for? Not just in others, but crucially in ourselves. This is where it gets tricky. Mental health symptoms can be subtle, mimicking stress, fatigue, or just a bad day. They can also show up as euphoria, followed by a crash. We often dismiss persistent sadness, sudden irritability, changes in sleep patterns, loss of interest in hobbies, or withdrawal from social interactions as temporary. We tell ourselves to snap out of it or just be positive. There is the danger in ignoring these persistent changes is that they can escalate, transforming manageable challenges into debilitating conditions. Believe me, I can testify to a personal experience of this many times in my life. For instance, chronic low mood isn't just a personality trait. It could be dysthymia. Uncontrollable worry isn't just being a worrier. It could be generalized anxiety disorder. The key is awareness and observation. The American Psychiatric Association emphasizes that persistent changes in the mood, behavior, and thinking patterns lasting for more than a couple of weeks warrant attention. For yourself, practice regular self-reflection, perhaps through journaling or mindfulness. Ask yourself, is this feeling new? Is it intense? Is it impacting my daily life? For others, it's about active listening, noticing patterns, and approaching with empathy, asking open-ended questions like, you seem a little quiet lately. Is everything okay? Doing so without judgment. Early recognition leads to early intervention, which is a crucial positive outcomes. So what happens if we continue to sideline mental health? What are the ripple effects on individuals, communities, and the global economy? The consequences of inaction are staggering and far-reaching. The WHO projects that mental health conditions will be the leading cause of morbidity globally by 2030. Economically, the cost is immense. The Lancet Commission on Global Mental Health and Sustainable Development estimated that mental disorders will cost the global economy $16 trillion between 2010 and 2030 due to lost productivity, healthcare costs, and diminished quality of life. But it's not just economics. Neglected mental health exacerbates physical health problems. Chronic stress, a hallmark of many mental health conditions, is scientifically linked to cardiovascular disease, weakened immune function, and digestive issues. It's a vicious cycle. Poor mental health impacts on physical health, and poor physical health can worsen mental health. The mind-body connection, once viewed as mystical, is now supported by its neuroscience and endocrinology. It's clear you cannot have true physical health without mental health. This stark reality isn't meant to frighten, but to galvanize us. Recognizing these profound links means that investing in mental health is an investment in everything else: productivity, education, physical health, and a thriving global community. It elevates mental health from an individual problem to a collective systemic priority. If this podcast is proving interest to you, please click the like button on your YouTube and subscribe to my channel, where you'll find a history of related articles as well as twice weekly content. And there'll also be a link towards the end of this podcast to other content very similar. Given the scale of the challenge, what are the solutions? What treatments are available today? And what innovations are on the horizon? For too long, options were limited, often inaccessible, and sometimes still carried the heavy weight of stigma. We have been conditioned for far too long to deny mental health because it's been seen as a weakness. For the most part, we resort to self-medicating with excessive drugs, excessive alcohol, gambling, binge shopping, and other concerning habits that potentially add to the mental health issue. Many still believe that therapy is for extreme cases, or that prescribed medication is a last resort. This thinking prevents people from accessing effective evidence-based care. The current reality for many is a lack of qualified professionals, long waiting lists, and financial barriers, making it feel like a hopeless uphill battle. The health treatment profession is under continued pressure, with many professionals burning out. I argue that those who work in the helping professions, such as social care, hospital environments, doctors' surgeries, and criminal justice environments, just to name a few, are at the highest risk of mental health breakdown. The need for clinical supervision of a high quality is so needed to maintain sanity. Sadly, from my experience, this aspect has been one of the first elements culled in the budget cuts. It just simply multiplies the problem. The good news is that we have an increasingly robust arsenal of effective treatments: cognitive behavioural therapy, CBT, dialectal behavioural therapy, DBT, and acceptance commitment therapy, ACT, highly effective psychotherapies, scientifically validated for various conditions like depression, anxiety, and PTSD. Pharmacotherapy, when appropriately prescribed and monitored by a medical professional, can significantly alleviate symptoms and improve quality of life. Beyond these, we're seeing incredible innovation. Telehealth has exploded, making therapy more accessible than ever. Digital therapeutics, app-based interventions are emerging, offering guided self-help and support. And looking to the future, research into psychedelic-assisted therapy for conditions like PTSD and severe depression is showing promising results in clinical trials. Furthermore, the newer field of neurofeedback and personalized medicine, tailoring treatments based on individual genetic and neurological profiles, holds immense potential. The future of mental health treatment is not just about managing symptoms, but about true recovery and resilience. Beyond formal treatments, what can we all do right now to maintain mental wellness? How can we proactively build resilience? In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught in a cycle of stress, overwhelm, and neglect. We prioritize work, social media, and external demands, often sacrificing sleep, healthy eating, and downtime. We expect ourselves to constantly perform at peak, ignoring fundamental human need for rest, connection, and emotional processing. The pressure to always be on creates a breeding ground for burnout and mental fatigue. Proactive mental health management isn't complicated, but it requires intentionality. Science consistently points to several pillars. Number 1, prioritize sleep. The National Sleep Foundation highlights adequate sleep, i.e. 7 to 9 hours for adults, as crucial for mood regulation, cognitive function, and emotional resilience. Number 2, move your body. Regular physical activity, even moderate walking, releases endorphins, reduces stress hormones, and is a powerful antidepressant. Harvard Health emphasizes the strong link between exercise and improved mood. Number 3, mindful practices. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and spending time in nature can significantly reduce stress and improve focus, as supported by countless studies on mindfulness. You can try a few mindfulness practices that I've recorded myself on this podcast. Number 4, nourish your brain. A balanced diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, fruits, and vegetables supports brain health and can impact mood. The field of nutritional psychiatry is growing, demonstrating these powerful links. Number 5, cultivate connection. Humans are social creatures. Strong social bonds and meaningful relationships are protective factors against mental health decline. The power of community, empathy, and shared experience cannot be overstated. These aren't luxuries. They're fundamental requirements for a healthy mind and healthy life. The statistic that 1 in 4 of us will experience a mental health issue is a stark reminder, but it's also a call to action. It's a call to foster understanding, dismantle stigma, and proactively engage with our mental wellness. It's about recognizing that our minds, like our bodies, need care, attention, and sometimes professional help. By focusing on mental health as a global priority, we don't just heal individuals, we strengthen communities and build a more compassionate, resilient world for everyone. This episode of Peace Unplugged highlighted the critical statistics that 1 in 4 people experience a mental health issue in their lifetime, emphasizing its commonality and global impact. We explore the importance of recognizing symptoms, the severe consequences of inaction on both individual and global scales, and the vital link between mental and physical health. We also discussed current and future treatment modalities and practical strategies for proactive mental wellness. So here I'm going to suggest 5 solutions for discussion. Number 1, universal mental health literacy programs. Implementing widespread educational programs in schools, workplaces, and communities to teach symptoms recognition, destigmatize mental health, and provide basic coping strategies. Number 2, increased accessibility to telehealth and digital therapeutics, investing in and promoting virtual mental health services and validated digital tools to overcome geographical and logistical barriers to care. Number 3, integrated mind-body health initiatives, mandating that healthcare systems explicitly connect mental and physical health services, recognizing that synergistic impact, perhaps through shared care plans and preventative screenings. Number 4, workplace wellness and support programs. Companies implementing robust mental health support systems, including employee assistance programs, stress management training, and fostering a culture that prioritizes employee well-being and work-life balance. Number 5, funding for research into innovative treatments, continuously investing in research for novel therapies, including psychedelic-assisted therapy, neurofeedback, and personalized medicine to expand the spectrum of effective interventions. I'm aware of and have experienced many of the above solutions when I was employed. However, I question whether they are enough. Are they fully implemented to their full potential, or just paid lip service to tick a box and maintain a contract? This is a contentious point, I know. I'm not suggesting these are the answers. However, I invite professionals to discuss these matters, perhaps on future episodes of Peace Unplugged. Please get in touch with me if you'd like to be a guest on this podcast. Please also leave your comments below. Thank you for listening. Take care and bye for now until the next podcast.